بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد ومن تبعهم بإحسان يوم الدين. Alhamdulillah. In this video here, inshallah, we're going to be speaking about the difference between inna, an, and anna. So these three things right here, a lot of times students of the Arabic language, they get confused with them. They mix them together because, well, they look the same and they sound the same, right? So inshallah, in this video, we're going to explain the difference between the three of them in a very brief sense. So the first thing is usage, then meaning, then action. The usage of inna is that it only comes in a nominal sentence. So inna is only used in a nominal sentence. More specifically, it comes at the beginning of a nominal sentence. And we're going to bring examples for these later on. An only comes after verbs. And also anna only comes after verbs. So they're only going to come after verbs. In terms of the meaning, inna is used for emphasis. So it's usually translated as something along the lines of indeed, verily. While an means to, but there are certain scenarios where n can mean that, and that comes with the passage of time. You'll get used to know which one it should be, but usually n is translated as to. Usually, anna is pretty much always translated as that, so that's what it means, and that's how it's translated. In terms of their action, inna makes the mubtada mansub. So it's going to come at the beginning of the sentence, and it's going to make the ism that follows it, which is the mubtada originally, is going to make it mansub, and is going to make it ismu inna, which we covered in other videos when we talked about inna and its sisters. An makes the verb that follows it mansubun. So an, not only does it come after verbs, i.e. the thing that's going to come before it is a verb, but also the thing that's going to come after it is also going to be a verb and is going to make it mansub. And we're going to bring examples for this, or an example. While anna is from the sisters of inna, so anna, as we covered in another video, is from akhawatu inna, is from the sisters of inna, so it has the same exact action as inna, and that's why it's one of its sisters. So it's going to make the mubtada, or what was originally the mubtada, mansub. So that, in a very brief sense, the difference between these three things in terms of their usage, their meaning, and their action. Of course, there's much more details to each of these, which we cover in later videos, and also we've covered in previous videos. Now, in terms of examples, an example for inna is inna Allaha rahimun. Verily Allah is merciful. So again, inna means verily, and it made what was originally the mubtada, which was Allah ismun ahsan, it made it from marfu to mansub. So originally the sentence was Allahu rahimun, Allah is merciful. I added inna, and it changed the mubtada, which was Allahu, to ismu inna, and it made it mansub. Inna Allaha rahimun. So if I said inna Allahu rahimun, that would be a mistake. An means to, and it makes the verb that follows it mansub, and likewise it only comes after verbs. So uridu an ajlisa, I want to sit. Uridu means I want, and to, ajlisa, sit. Ajlisa is mansub, it's mansub. Why? Because of an, because it makes the verb that follows it mansub. Like anna, like we said, is only used after verbs. So a'lamu anna Allaha rahimun, I know that Allah is merciful. So anna here is translated as that. It makes what comes after it mansub, which was originally the mubtada, which becomes ismu anna, and obviously it's only used after verbs, so that's why it comes after a'lamu, which is a verb. And that in a very brief sense is the difference between inna, an, and anna. Jazakallah khair for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.